A little bit about last year with the day having to be cancelled.
Sure.
We know about the changes you've made. Are you confident?
Yeah, I think very, very confident, because that was a one in hopefully a 25, 15 years, whatever it may be. We've made some changes in the tented village, which would allow us now to open the gates and get people here at wind levels that we couldn't last year. That's the most important aspect of that, which will, it is a safer environment, so we've turned that round. And we brought the first race earlier, which will, I think, appeal to a lot of people who don't have the sort of hospitality facilities we're standing in at the moment, so that they don't have to wait longer than 3 hours till the first race.
You made an interesting point that it sometimes feels like you've got to wait for everybody else to put their knives and forks down. Yeah.
No, I think that was a very strong sense we had back from the crowd last year, that we raced at 2 o'clock, which is, in fact, we used to start racing at 2:15. We brought it earlier and earlier. The crowds have got bigger and bigger, and we tried to keep them entertained and occupied before racing. But we're keen that with a 10:30 opening gates, I'm sure for most people when they go to a sporting event, whether it be rugby or cricket or football, an hour is long enough for most people to find their feet and let's get on with the sport. I think there was a little bit of what they might describe themselves as the proper fans winning the festival back from what they might describe as the hospitality population. So it's a matter of getting that balance right, really.
And with hospitality, how is it going in the current economic crisis? What are the situation compared to this time last year?
It's going well. I mean, we were fortunate that we sold a large proportion of it before mid-October, when things started crunching. And it was quiet from November, December. We've had actually this week in February, last week we had our strongest week since October. We did make a decision around Christmas time to reduce the temporary accommodation by about 10%. We have about 10,000 people each day coming, enjoying what we would describe as hospitality. So we reduced that by about 10%. But equally within the grandstands, we've got restaurants, we've got boxes. So we think at the moment that we're going to be within about 85 to 90% of where we were last year. So that's fine, and I think we're getting a very good vibe back from our customers that they feel entirely comfortable. There's no problem that they have with finding time and money in their lives to come and enjoy a day's racing, whether it be on their own account or whether they be on the company's account, getting closer to their customers. So you've got to still invest to run your business.
Has it affected your trade stands at all, or maybe the members of the racecourse?
The trade stands first. There has been a little bit of fall away of some of those people who have had trade stands in the past. Unfortunately, we have quite a long waiting list for those, so it's enabled other people to get involved who haven't done previously. But we'll still have about 70 trade stands here, so there's a lot of shopping. On the annual members, the numbers are almost like for like on last year, and I think again that's all about value. You can become a full member of Cheltenham for about £300, and that includes the festival. And I think a lot of people have seen that as the best way to come and enjoy the 4 days or 3 days, however long they want to come here. So across the piece, we'll look at the prices for next year quite soon after this year, because it would be true to say that some of our restaurant lines and some of our admission offers have been stronger than others, and that's what a business needs to do at the moment, is to rebase, reappraise and make sure you're selling what most people want to buy.
And your prize fund has actually gone up.
Sure. Yeah, we announced that before October. I think it's £3.56 million in prize money, an average of £137,000 a race, and obviously that's shared amongst the horses, that the owners and the trainers and the riders and the horses that finish in the first 6 in each race. We're keen here to make sure that that people have plenty of a reason for investing in the sport, as well as just coming in and enjoying it. Whether we can hold that year on year for next year, I simply don't know, because the prize money is made up of our own investment, sponsors' investments, that coming out of the levy board, which depends upon the betting turnover, and also the owner's prize, the owner's contribution. So there's 4 elements, and if any of those reduces significantly, obviously year on year you'd have to look at that. But at the moment the money is down, and hopefully the races will be as competitive as always.
Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you very much. We're a bit of spring-like weather. In fact, at the moment we're delighted because it's stayed lovely and mild. We can always add water in this sport, because we can't take it away. And if we can add water, that's what we'll do. And if we need to, we'll water that ground to make sure it is as safe as possible going into the race meeting. But at the moment, that warmth is just lovely out there.
Good luck, Edward. Thank you.
Thank you very much.